I just bought 30 pounds of raisins. Can you make vinegar from dried or dehydrated fruit? Of course. Blueberries. It's getting to be vinegar. Still a little bit in the alcohol zone. It'll be vinegar here probably in a couple weeks or so. There's so much misinformation online. It's absolutely incredible to me that so many people think you can't make vinegar from dried fruit. I have, and I do, and I just bought the 30 pounds of raisins so that I can make vinegar. Personally, I buy it from Azure. See my link below. For $100 after shipping from Azure, about that price, that's what I paid anyways, I'm gonna get so much vinegar. I did some math. Now, a lot of the cheap organic vinegar isn't actually as healthy as we might hope. I discuss a lot on vinegar in this book, as well as share information that you might find surprising and that seemingly hardly anyone else seems to know. This is non-toxic cleaning for the healthy home. I also have my recipe and the method which I use to make vinegar personally. If you already make vinegar and have a method in which you make it that works for you, then stick with what works for you. Absolutely. I like to do as little work as possible. So I share my method in that. Now, Bragg's apple cider vinegar, I tolerate. It's a pretty decent product. Right now, I looked at Walmart and it's about $30 for a gallon. So I already set up for 30 pounds of raisins, I paid about $100. I'll get at least 15 gallons of concentrated vinegar from that $100. I already have organic sugar. I stocked up on that. All we use sugar for is for vinegar, so it'll last a while yet. Probably still got a couple years left of organic cane sugar that I'll just use for vinegar. If we counted just that 15 gallons of vinegar concentrate as that, it would be $570 worth for $100. But I dilute it. I dilute my concentrated vinegar. This means that I end up with more like about $1,500 worth of organic vinegar that's homemade, and it's going to be healthier and more controlled as to what goes in it than Bragg's or any other kind of vinegar. Now, obviously, it's not going to be apple cider vinegar. Doesn't matter. Vinegar is vinegar as far as I'm concerned. And also, of course, there's the cost of sugar. So I prefer to use white plastic if I'm not able to use glass, because I'm going to be making so much at once, because I need to use those raisins for the vinegar. I'm using 5-gallon buckets. I prefer to use white. And of course, if you want to use the food grade buckets, not that I'm entirely convinced that they're actually any better. I'll link below to my video with information. I think it's got an article as well, I'm not sure, on regrettable substitution. Like I said, I'm not convinced it's any better, but white plastic typically is better. Since I'm using dried fruit, instead of filling the bucket or glass jar approximately half with the fruit, I'll fill it about a fourth, because that will expand since it's a dried fruit. And I do that, you know, like I said, I've got these are dried blueberries that I dried myself, and I no longer tolerate them. So either I gave them to the chickens or I made some vinegar out of them. So I chose to make some vinegar out of them. It's not any different than making regular vinegar from fruit scraps or fruit that you source, however. And yes, you can make vinegar from tomatoes if you have an abundance of tomatoes as well, but they need to be ripened tomatoes, not green tomatoes. I actually just decanted some tomato vinegar yesterday, quite frankly. I had some tomatoes in the freezer that I actually froze for a previous client who fell off the face of the earth, basically. And so I came across those in the freezer and defrosted them, threw them, made them just like any other vinegar, and it works just fine. You can absolutely make vinegar from dehydrated fruit. Just instead of filling your container half with fruit, fill it a fourth, because your fruit's gonna absorb that sugar water. Hopefully this has been a benefit to you. If so, check out our website. We've got tons of information on our website. We have hundreds of videos posted, hundreds of articles posted. We've got 2 books out right now as of this video, including Non-Toxic Cleaning for the Healthy Home. Also, we have Poison, Fueled by Western Medicine, Modern Construction, and Corporate Interests. You can support this endeavor by clicking below before you put in an order at Amazon, eBay, or Walmart. Thanks so much for being here. Please share this information. Have a most beautiful and blessed day. Non-Toxic out.